Ayo! Just had to get the double of me in there. It's day 23 of 100! Oh, 23% complete. It's like every day is like a single percentage further. And yeah. We're here. Today. Right now. Exciting stuff. We just have, I believe, 3 more challenges to do under basic algorithm scripting, and then we can move on to objects. Exciting stuff. I think I definitely prefer objects over arrays. Let's jump into that. So where do I belong? I ask myself this every day. Where do I belong? What is my purpose in life? Is it to just create these little streams where I document my suffering? Fun times. Last night was quite the turnout. I was surprised with the amount of people that dropped by. I reached an all-time high. So that was amazing. Even though I was like... yeah, it was quite late for me. Not gonna lie. Cool. So... just want to check my curriculum real quick. So, basic algorithm, yeah, we just have the 3 of them to do. Then we got OOP, it's gonna be fun. Functional programming. Then we're going to have a bit more advanced stuff before jumping into the projects. Wow. Our journey is slowly coming to an end. No. Do they have anything on maths? Hello? What's this? Oh, they have maths for programmers. Maybe that's something I could get into. I need to brush up on my maths. Okay, so return the lowest index at which a value, second argument, should be inserted into an array. First argument, once it has been sorted, the return value should be a number. For example, get index 2, insert 1, 2, 3, 4. 1.5 should return 1 because it is greater than 1, index of 0, but less than 2, index of 1. Okay, likewise, get index to insert 23, 5, 19 should return 2. Why 2? Because once the array has been sorted, it would look like 3, 5, 0, 1. "19 is less than 20, index 2, 0, 1, 2, and greater than 5, index 1. So we need to sort. Are these things sorted? They're not sorted. So we need to first sort an array. Can we use the sort method? Let's find out. So console.log array.sort. Oopsie. There we go. We get 4060. Okay, but I want to test where it's unsorted. Something like this. 1035. How is that sorted? Why would a 10 be first? If numbers are sorted as strings. Oh. There we go. 3, 5, 10. So now we're sorting them as a compare. Now that it's sorted, we want to know we need to know where we're going to insert it. Okay, so we've sorted it with that. Great. So now that we've sorted the array, we need to find probably gonna need a for loop. My go-to nowadays. And then just do a if array greater I want to test something. I'm gonna need two things here. So the number we're passing in is 3, so it should return 10, the first actual match. So 5 and 10 are both greater than 3. Oh, sorry, I missed the 5. So 5 is what we want. Okay, so the first match is going to be the biggest one. So then we can break here, and we get the 5. And then we need to do index. Isn't it index of? Array I. And then we want to insert what should it return? Return the lowest index at which the value should be inserted into an array. Okay, so technically we can just return the index of the previous one that was higher than it, and that will become its new array. Index. So return array.index of array I. We technically don't need this break then if we're returning out of it. I think that's all we need. So here we've sorted the array. Like a boss. So we have sorted the array so that it will be 3, 5, 10. We are then finding what's the largest one from it, which is 5, and then we're going to insert it at that index. The 3 will be in the 5's index, the 5 gets shifted, you know. I don't know how it's going to pass the other tests though. I'm sure it will pass some of them, so we might need to do some fixes. Yeah. So the cases that it doesn't work in is this one, for whatever reason, fails. Can we find out why? So the array, once it gets sorted, is 20, 30, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, same way that's put in, it's not a problem. It's looking at 40 and it wants to be inserted. Just give me a moment. Yes. Okay, so I think if it matches exactly, then we need to put it in that index that it matches in exactly. So this needs to become an else if, and this needs to become an if. Like that, and then we are going to have console.log array I. It's going to be 30. Why are you still going down there? Oh, because it's continuing the loop. We're going to return out of that the index of the array I. So that should solve this one's problem. Yep. So that solves the majority of those. The only issues that we have are these, for whatever reason. So let's fix those test cases. It's probably a better way of doing this, but you know. So 2, 5, 10. And you have 15. Oh, we don't have the case of what if it's greater. Wait, we do. If the array is greater than the number, if array is equal to the number, else if the array is greater than the number, oh, we don't have the number. We don't have number greater than array. Now I could have an else here, but to be safe, I'm gonna just do another else if and figure out a better way to do it afterwards. There we go. Slap some semicolons into there. That should be it. So that should solve all of these problems now. Okay, we broke one of them. Why? The 10, 20, 30 one broke now. How's it matching this? If the array is the same as the number, in this case 10, 30, that's false. Else if array 10 is greater than the number, which is 30, that's also false. Else if the number 30 is greater than the array I, which is 10. Okay, I see what's going on here. It's logging this out, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Virani, hey! Good to see you again. I hope you're well rested and doing well. Got a little bit of a headache from last night. How was the site? It was good. Made some progress on it. I got like most of the output that I want out. You can put stuff in like day 47, select your date today, finish the basic algorithm scripting section on free code camp. Let's say I spent 3 hours and 35 minutes. Today was quite challenging. And then we can add a link to a work, title, YouTube live stream, and like go grab a link for it. And then you just click format. Wait, that's the wrong link. Get shareable link. There we go. And you click format. And hold on, is my thing still live? Oh, okay. Must have shut down at some point. Now it's live. Oh, but I'm gonna lose all of the stuff now. Because I have to reload this thing. No! But I typed so much! It's fine. Okay, so link here. YouTube live stream, and that goes there. Today was challenging. What, day 47, today's date, 3 hours, 48 minutes, whatever, format, and then you basically get this output. And now to show you that I'm not cheating, you see if I'm pasting here, do you see what I'm pasting? Right, then if I click copy output, it copied the entire thing. And then that's literally the format that I need to stick into my log. Everything is formatted exactly as it should, so you don't have to worry about like copy this and copy that and change this and accidentally forget something. So it's probably useless to some, but I mean it will save me a few minutes, and it allowed me to put some of my skills to the test. And yeah, next is there's a few things I still want to change, and then obviously pretty it up a bit. And I want dynamic links, so you can have more than one, because obviously right now it's just one. There'll be a button that you click and like more links, more links, more links, add all the links. You need markdown preview. I don't know. This will generate, the thing is I'm not trying to like have a markdown editor. This is the format that the 100 Days of Code Challenge uses. So that is the format you should be using. This just allows you to enter whatever you need, click generate and stick it into your GitHub. So that will follow their formatting rules. So I'm not trying to replace the formatting. I'm not trying to create a formatting tool that allows you to, you know, custom edit how you want it to look. So this is just for me to copy and paste into my log. I can show you. You see here, this is my log. And that's what it looks like. Do you see? So you already got preview changes here that you can view in GitHub directly. So you could preview it there if you wanted to. See that format? That's the exact same format that I need. So yeah, I think it will be probably pointless to have a preview mode. Yes, but visually you would see it, but you already know what it looks like. I mean, this is assuming people have been doing this manually like I have, each time copy and pasting. This is just going to save them the time of having to go and copy an entire section, then change these things and that thing, and then probably mess something up. Because I've seen a lot of people mess up their formatting, and then they don't know how the links work, and they miss a parenthesis, and then everything ends up being linked and stuff. But, I mean, if it's not hard, maybe I can do it. I'll see. It's past the scope of what I wanted to do. This was supposed to be just something easy for me that I would share with the community. But yeah, I mean, maybe if that's a thing and somehow people want to preview code that is standard to what is required in the log, if you know what I mean. Because it's not hard just going preview and then seeing your latest changes. But yeah, I get you. And welcome, by the way, Chutoy. Haven't seen you around before. It's good to have you. Yeah, but anyway, I'll move on to this later. I just want to get done with some studies first, and then I'm gonna have a whole stream dedicated to me finishing this up. I'm just happy with that copy output part. That was like really exciting for me, because I used set selection range. I set it to 0 and blur, which then, if you don't have these things, this is basically what ends up happening. You copy the output, and then it ends up highlighting it all blue and stuff. And I've seen in other places where you can literally just copy, and you know, it doesn't do that. All that needs to happen, I want to add a little like notification somewhere, like maybe, depending where I'm going to have it, like a little tooltip or something's going to pop up and be like output copied, or you know, something like that, just to let you know what's going on. Because right now I do have an alert, which I'm going to remove, where if there's nothing to copy, so if you just try to copy and there's nothing, you get like nothing to copy. So that's just a temporary alert for now to remind me, but that's going to change to a notification as well of some sort. Because obviously you try to copy and there's nothing there, it's like, what are you trying to copy? And then I gotta figure out what happens if there's like no content at all. If like all the variables are blank, then, or some of them are blank, we should like probably not format. I don't know. We'll work on that. We'll work on the logic afterwards. The one thing that really upsets me though is, this is gonna be crazy. I don't know if you guys have figured it out, but I have. Did you know that the date picker, right, is actually in a flex container? Like, watch this now. Flex items. The freaking date picker and the date itself in the whole date element is in a flex. And what drove me crazy, you can't see it now, but I wanted that centered, right? And I'm like, why would you freaking be centered? Everything is centered, just fucking be centered. Didn't want to work. Did quite a bit of digging and I realized it's in a flex. Not because of me, just for some reason in Firefox it's in a flex container. And it's actually perfectly centered. It's because it's flexed in row format that it looks that way. I don't know why. I've tried messing around with it, but I can't get to it because the selectors are internal in the browser. You see there's some hash shadow root, which I assume is part of the internal browser's styling. So I'd have to do some real digging, and then that would only be for Firefox. What about Chrome and every other browser? So I'm going to have to look into probably like a jQuery plugin or something to handle the form elements, because this is going to bother me that I don't have the date centered. Instead of button, just click on the window and it will copy it going one step further. I could do that, yeah. Add a, what do you call it? An event, register event handler when you click on this element. But I'm just worried that some people won't get that. That's more advanced. Your average user is not going to know to click this box and it gets copied. It's more user friendly to have a button that says copy output than it is to just omit that completely. I think it's Shadow DOM. Okay, it's crazy that that exists, right? Like, look at that. There's a freaking flex. Who would have known? And this is the other cool thing I discovered, by the way, yesterday, is that you can see a full preview of what do you call it now? The containers. So if you enable this, you could see all the containers in a border. And now normally I would actually go and write a border, like I would add a border to all my elements to see them. But this literally replaces that check. Just one click button, boom. There's my heading, there's my container, there's my main. It's amazing. So I'm really happy that I found that. It makes designing and like visualizing what you're doing so much easier. Quality of life things, right? Anyway, where do I belong? So I ran into an error here. I know why this is happening. Because if the number is greater than the array, which it will be, we don't want it to return the array that it's greater than. We want it to go right to the end. I'm almost past the basic JavaScript section, Virani. Nice. It's pretty easy stuff, I mean, for you. I don't think you're gonna struggle at all. That was pretty easy for me as well. It's the later stages. Okay, so we broke it with this. What logic can we use here? Let me just remove this completely and start over. So we check now. Everything works except for where the number is greater than all of the values in the array. So we need to somehow check and be like, how do we do that? I need to find the last. We could reverse the array again, I guess, because then we know the largest number is going to be at index. Reverse the array, check, then reverse the array again, and then put it in the last position. Or, but this is making a big assumption, we can just assume we've covered all the cases and the only logical thing left is that the number is greater than. There we could just stick it into the last position. You know what I mean? So we could do something like else return array.length console.log array.length. I just want to make sure that will give us 5 in this case. 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it would have to be -1. So it would have to be array.length -1. And then that should solve our problem. No, that solved one of these problems. But now 0, 1, 2 should return 3. Hold on. There we go. That worked. What did we break now? 35 should return 3. 10, 20, 30, 40... Is this because of my else again? I'm breaking everything with my else. No. So we need something that's going to cover if it's greater than all the elements. Both of these are greater than all the elements. Wait, this is exactly the same. So that's one case. And this is another case. So if the array is empty. Oh, that's easy. Else if array. Can we just do array? Can we do that? It's if it's empty. I am devoid of life. Do you ever get there? Just check this test case out real quick. How are you not empty? Oh, because we're looping in the for loop. I could have done that outside of the loop. How do you check for an empty array? I thought it was just brackets. Doesn't even get down here. Why? Where do you go? You get into the function, right? Yeah, you do. Do you get into the function at all? Oh, you don't because of the for loop. Hold on. Just do an if here. If array equal to... That should work. Remove the else here. Does it use strings? No, it doesn't use strings. Oh, why am I doing that? Just get the length of the array. If array.length less than 1. There you go. That should be all I need. And then I should just return what's array's length? That is 0. Perfect. So I can return array.length. So that will solve that problem at the bottom. Perfect. Now the only issue that we have left is if the value is greater than all the values in the array, we need to put that value at the end of the array. What logic can I use there? Tutoy array.length less than 1. Yeah, that's exactly what I went for in the end. Array undefined. Or if the array is undefined. Yeah, we just needed the length to be less than 1. Like if they return an empty array. I'm a little bit lost on this one now. One way that I know is I can flip the array so that the largest value is in the front and then compare that value. But there must be an easier way. Currently I'm checking if the array at the first index is exactly the same as our number. If we find a match, we return that exact index of that array because we're going to put it at its same index. That works fine. Else, if the array at that index is greater than the number, we're going to return the index of that one because it's going to take its position. So in the case of 3, 5, 20 and our number is 19, we're going to stick 19 where 20 was at 0, 1, 2. And then 20 becomes 3, if that makes sense. So those cases are fine. It's what do I do with the larger case now? I'm like 98% complete. What if could I use? If the number is greater than all of them. But the problem is in certain cases that's going to trigger again as well. Wait, I've sorted the array. I've got it. Else if does this work? That should give me 10. I want 10. Console.log array. Can't I do array and in brackets array.length to have that as the index? Does that not work? Apparently it doesn't. I want the last item in the array. Am I gonna have to use a variable? Really? Might as well, this thing just looks awful to begin with. So then I can use that as a variable. Wait, that doesn't work either, so if that doesn't work... Why? Array length is array dot length. No, you're fine. 3. So if you're 3, why can't I stick the variable as the index? I'm pretty sure you can do that. Because you do I like that. Why does I work? Why can't I do array length? Is it because I defined it in the for loop? No, it's not. What the f- What have I stumbled across? It is array, and it is dot length. I did assign it. Do you guys have any idea what's going on? Because if I go index 0, that works. If I go array length, that doesn't work. Array length is 3, so it should technically put in... Oh... 0 index, it doesn't exist. If I had a proper error log, and out would tell me it's out of index. Array length -1. There we go. So I can technically now pass this in as an argument, now that we've figured the issue out. There's our big guy. So else if array.length -1 is less than our number, return, well, this. Can I console.log? You're gonna return 10. No, I need the index off. Array dot index of array dot length -1. There we go. Slight mess up there. This code is whack. Array dot index of array at index array dot length -1. Props to me for getting it so advanced. Jesus. Oh, I need to really learn the methods of arrays. There must have been an easier way than this. So everything works except one little bugger. And I think that's because I'm returning array.length -1. No, that didn't seem to change it. Are we testing 2.5.10? No. Yeah, we are. 2.5.10.15. It's going to be way easier if you replace array.length with some variable. Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? Wait, we are testing 2.5.10.15. Should return 3. Console.log. Are we here? Do we are get here? We are get here. Okay, so it's my return value that's incorrect. Why is this in brackets? Can I now please log this? Let test equal to that console.log test. What does test give us? Gives us 2. 0, 1, 2. Oh, it needs to be 3. Instead of -1, we should be doing +1. We do -1 to get the last one. We need +1. Oh, what the hell? Oh, never mind. We need to do +1 afterwards. Whatever the result is, +1. What? Oh, I'm still part of the index. Hold on. There you go. So +1 will solve our problem, because we had to get -1 to get the last one in the array. Once we know what the last one is, we need to take that and we need to add +1 to it. So then this should get us the win. It worked for me. Console.log. What are you getting? You're getting... How did you get 0? We just got 3 now. Oh, I changed this. -1. That must stay -1. There it is. Wow. The victory. How's that? That was horrible. That was easy? Yeah. Surprisingly, I didn't really have that much help today, did I? Usually, like, you guys are just like nailing me with the hints. So I'm proud of this one, that I managed to hack some code together for it to work. Probably could have optimized it a lot, but hey, the point is getting through the solution. We got through the solution. Let's go. 2 more to go, guys. Mutations! Oh, where's Deadpool at? Let's give him some new powers. Return true if the string in the first element of the array contains all of the letters of the string in the second element of the array. For example, hello and hello should return true because all of the letters in the second string are present in the first, ignoring case. The argument hello hey should return false because the string hello does not contain a y. Lastly, that's not the only reason it should be oh, I need to read carefully. The second parameter, all those letters must exist in the first one. They don't have to be 1 for 1. They just must exist. Lastly, alien and line, that should return true because line is an alien. Yeah, okay, I get it. These tasks are cool though. Yeah, they're cool. We need to use split. Was it split? I need to do my string, substring. Was this substring? I don't know. Console.log array.substring. No, it wasn't. Was it? Hold on. How do you... that's PHP. I'm missing something. Hold on. Oh, I need to define where to extract from. So if I go substring 0, it should extract everything, right? You don't need the second one. Do you? Oh, it's an array. So I would have to do something like array 0 dot substring 0 to get hello. One, 2 will give me L. How about includes? Dot includes hey. Oh wait. So HE should return true. LL. I think we just like solved it like so quickly. It's cheating though, in a sense. I'm gonna say it's cheating because this method like does all the hard work for you. Imagine you didn't have this method. You would have to literally split every single character and then loop through them in probably a 2D array and check if these letters exist in this set of letters. That's how you would have to do it if you didn't have the method. So this just feels almost cheating. Is there only ever going to be like 2 sets? So 1 and 2? Because then I could do a for loop, can't I? I love my for loops, don't I? Then we do... You don't put white spaces before the thing though? Really, don't you? I saw in examples that they do. Or maybe that was just me. I like though today though. What? What? I don't think I need a loop if there's only 2 of them, by the way. I think I can literally just do if array 0. Whoops. Which is the comparison? The second one. So if array 1, if array 0 dot includes array 1, yes, my boy. We do not get the lock. Something broke. All of the previous chat messages end up with though. Oh, you like though today? Yeah, I see that. Array 0. Okay. First we need to see what I'm doing. Console.log array 0. What is array? That gives us a string. Cool. Console.log array array 1 gives us hey. So I think we need to coerce that into a string. Do we do as string? I think it might be an array and we're checking out arrays instead of a string. To string. Should I just add to string here as well? Just for the sake of it? So that works. Then we return. Did you want us to return true, right? Return true. Else return false. Is that all you want from us? Oh god. Is this just because of the... Why is that not returning true? We broke it. This is going to be fun. Why is alien and line not the same? Zero, 0 and 1 is alien and line. Alien. And what if... Why do I need the 2 string then? Maybe I don't. Goof! Hey! How's it going? Good to see you. Why does that hand always remind me of Garrett's hand, by the way? Okay, wait, so you said something about because alien does not include line? We're checking 0. 0 is alien, 1 is line. If alien is in... Oh, you're saying I just got it the wrong way around? It should be 1 and 0? Is that the issue? No. If 1, which is... That's line. No, wait, I had it right. What the hell? Hint, your if statement never returns true. You see they rearrange the characters and it will never return true, since includes doesn't work like the way you think it does. And the method is case sensitive. I'm gonna need to change them so that they handle lowercase, either that or uppercase them all. Lowercase can be easy. I don't think I need to do 2 strings, so I can swap 2 string out for 2 lowercase and swap this out to 2 lowercase. Does that change anything for us? Okay, that fixes at least the hello and hello issue. But now alien and line. Line. Oh. We're handling this wrong. We're gonna have to go and split them into God. Now I see why you were kappaing earlier, Virani. Includes is gonna want to find the entirety of line. And it's not finding it because there is no line. There's L-I-E-N. The characters exist. So we need to split them down to the core. For every single character. Oh my god. Which is what I thought I would have to do. Okay. Back to the drawing board. Just in case I need this again. Yeah, I was going to do that initially, but I was like, hey look, there's a method that does this for you. Ah, and I copied the, damn it, the for loop, and now it's gone. I have to write it again. Okay, how are we gonna do this? We need to get every single character. So array I dot get at we need array I dot length. Sorry, I'm gonna be avoiding chat for just a little bit while I try to figure this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So now that we've got, so let character length equal to array I dot length. How's the get at work again? I thought it was get at, but it's not showing up. Is this arrays? That's arrays. Character at. Character at. So character at I'm gonna have to do this in before we make an infinite loop here. Array I We're gonna need a while in here. But before we write the while, we need to make sure that we have a break in there. So let me comment this out. While. Let me comment this out too, because the for loop's gonna run. While character length. I think that's all I need. And then we're gonna do character length minus minus at the end. And then we should be able to console.log that shouldn't create an infinite loop. God, jeez, I pray. Oh, worst case we have to restart our browser, right? So there's our for loop. Character length. So character length is array I dot length while character length. Is it not going to evaluate to true? Console.log array I dot. Do we even get into here? Yeah, we do. We do. So what is wrong with this? Array I, that should be 0. There, alien. Dot character at. Oh. Oh. We're missing the thingies. Method's gonna be tripping me up, yeah? Character at, can't forget the parentheses. There we go. Neil. Why have we got Neil? N-E-I-L. Who is Neil? What? How did you get Neil? How is that even in order? Neil, is an A there? N-N-E. The fuck are you doing? There's line. It's not even... How? How did you manage this? Please. Burhan from YouTube. What should I do to be professional in my Java? I guess just do some courses. Feel more comfortable in what you're doing. Read up on it. Watch some videos if that helps you. Read books. Do online challenges. Just practice, really. Everything that you learn, put it to the test. Build something with what you've learned, and the more you build, the better your knowledge will become, the more it will retain. Because if you just read things or watch things, you're bound to forget because you haven't actually applied what you've learned. So just build things, really. Just build all the time. Doesn't matter what it is, just keep building. That's like the best advice I could give you, because that's what's worked for me. Now if I could just... Where's Eni? E-N-I. E-N-I, there. Oh. So is it missing one? Character at character length. Okay, what is character length? I think it's indexing issue again. Character length is 5. 5 for alien. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, correct. And for line, it's 4. That is also correct. And is this 0 based character at? It is, it's at 0. And there's 5, meaning 0, 1, 2, 3. Ah, there's our issue. 2, 3. Wait, do I have to do -1? Yeah. That solves that, but why am I not getting the A? We need -1 for that because it's 0 indexed. But we're still getting Neil and Any. We're missing a L. The L! Where did the L go? Why? Think. It's gonna start at 0 index, character console.log array I. So array 0 in this case is going to be our alien. Character at character length. What does character length start at? Okay, let's remove all the console logs because this is a little bit confusing. Four, 3, 2, 1. You never get to 0. Ah, because of this. So wow, character length. Okay, we need to get it to 0. I think the placement of character length. Also, I just realized if I do this, then I can remove the need for that. There we go. 43210, 3210. Perfect. Now we should get the full letters. N-E-I-L-A. There we go. Alien E-N-I-L. Line. Perfect. It's backwards. But whatever. We just need the characters, right? Now that we got our characters, we got all of our characters in there. What now? Pat myself on the back. I love when I do this, you know, I get to a point where I'm like, cool, what now? Now we need to loop through all of these characters. Man. Okay, I'm gonna have to kind of quote-unquote cheat here because it's gonna get really crazy. So I'm just gonna make two variables. Array 1. Please forgive me. Array 2. If array can I do index of equal to 0? I am the alien. Did you not ever get there? God damn it. Why is index of not working now? Oh. That's... what was I thinking? That's not what I wanted to do. Oh wait, hold on. This is what I meant to do. There we go. So if I'm the alien, I go there. Else console.log I am the line. I'm the alien, I'm the line. Cool. You guys gonna see now why. I'm sure you guys know. Array 1.push console.log array 1. Do I have all the characters in it? I have N-E-I-L-A. Perfect. Console.log array 2. I have nothing in array 2, I'm sure. Yep. So this is just gonna be the same as that, except we're pushing to array 2. So we got alien and line. Now we got our 2 arrays. Finally. Jesus. Now we can do another for loop. You know, I could probably do it in the same for loop. I think. I'm not sure. Because it should complete the while loop. Yeah, I think we can do it in the same for loop. Just make sure. Run these console logs. It might run them twice. That's the only downside, but if it works, right? We gotta figure out which is the largest one now. Oh, this is not gonna work as well, because the iteration count is not gonna be enough, so we're gonna have to create a new for loop. Wow, this got really complicated fast, huh? The for loop needs to be based on which one's length is larger, so if array 1 dot length is greater than array 2 dot length, then we're setting loop length equal to array 1 dot length. Else loop length equal to array 2 dot length. We should get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 console.log for loop length. We get 5. Cool. Perfect. Is this still part of the... That's part of the function. Cool, cool, cool. Now that we've done that, we need to do for we don't need a for because we already have it. Wait, we need it for the other one. I less than loop length I plus plus. This is the most complicated bunch of loops whiles that I've ever done. Oh, we can finally do the comparison now. If array 1... Wait, how do we know which is the larger one now? Because if you index the wrong one and it's too large...
I'm John Smith is following the family.
Welcome to the family, I'm John Smith. It's good to have you here. Follower motivation, huh? Gotta nail this one. If array 1... Christopherus, how's it going? Whatever you do, don't ask me to scroll up so that you could see the monstrosity that is this code. If array 1 dot length is greater than array 2, let largest array I'm gonna really do this. I'm really gonna do this. I've lost my mind officially. If array 1 dot length is greater than array 2, largest array equal to array 1 else largest array equal to array 2 and smallest array equal to array 2, smallest array equal to array 1. Console.log. What is the largest array? Please be alien. Array 1. I broke something. Where? The 4. What? Hold on. There. Is this me? Yes! Largest array! And if I make it small, like n, will the largest array be, oops, will the largest array be n? Will it be line then? Yay! Official Koof, you're like, where is this going, right? I'm onto something, right? This is loopception, I know! I've got a for, in a while, in an if, comparing. This is crazy. This is gonna be like the best code that I've ever written. This is amazing. So now we know what our smallest array is, we know what our largest array is, and god damn you for saying what happens if they're the same size. Oh no, what happens then? Then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter then, I will handle that in the loop logic. So now we can go, and remember we always compare we want less than the largest array dot length. You always want to compare the largest array to the smallest. That's how comparisons work. So now we need to go if, I guess smallest array. If smallest array I equal to largest array I console.log. I want to know everything. Smallest array I. What are all the things we have in common? I and L? Lies! What about E and N? Don't lie to me. Why are we comparing arrays, guys? I see the point now. Think, look at that. Are you guys pulling your hair out? Have we become the Peppiger stream already? Only an hour and 18 minutes in. Am I comparing the wrong one? Is it supposed to be smallest? Is it supposed to be largest here? Is that the issue? No. Are you doing all of this because you didn't read the task correctly again? No, not at all. No, I read the task correctly. So what needs to happen is I need to get every character that is in here and see if it exists in there. And what I did was I split them individually, so I've got all the characters. Now I need to do a loop to compare the characters in the one array to the other, and if they all exist in that array. There's a lot of code here. No, I just realized something now. The second parameter is what we care about. You like the R's, huh? We care about this one. We need to make sure that line exists in alien. So we need to give priority to the second array. God damn it. It's just too much code. I don't need this, technically, at all. Do I? We still need to know what the largest array is. Because you need to loop over which one is larger. The reason I say this is, what if you have a length of 5 and a length of 6? If you loop over 5, you're going to miss one character from 6. So you need to loop over the largest array, correct? How do we know which one is larger when they pass it in? That is why I did largest array. If array 1.length is greater than array 2.length, then the loop length is going to be array 1.length. So maybe we don't need the largest and smallest arrays thing that I was doing. Maybe we just need the loop length. So let's backtrack a bit and let's keep loop length. You guys enjoying this? I is 0, I less than. Let's go back to loop length. I plus plus. If we're not going to do smallest array now. We care about array 2. Array 2 is what we need to compare into array 1. So if array 1 I equal to array 2 I, console.log array 1 I. Return true if the string in the first element of the array contains all of the letters of the string in the second. Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm doing. So in this case we want to make sure, does line exist in alien? L-I-E-N. Sorry, L-I-N-E and L-I-E-N. They exist. That's what I'm doing. My arrays, I can show you. My arrays contain, do you see? The letters. Oh, the characters may not be at the same position. Yeah, that is true. That's why I'm running into this issue. We need to have like multiple loops for every character in 1, compare it to 2. There's a function to look if a character is in array. Yeah, I already checked. That's how I got like so messed up. I was using includes and then Virani was like laughing at me because it worked in the beginning. I was like, oh, this is gonna be so easy. Use includes, because includes checks if there's a character. So how does this loop work right now? You checked the strings, by the way? So array I, not characters. There's character at as well, this one. There's an array function. There's. Does it include as well? Just want to see what I was trying to do here. So if the array... Oh! I just realized now that's not the same thing. It's at index 0. It's a character. So if A is equal to A, which may not be true. Index of? I would have to somehow check and link it to index of. It would have to be something like probably array 2 or array 1 array 2 dot index of array 1. Why have I got the order wrong? That's the array dot index of array zi. So that's printing out the full length of alien. Or Alan, rather. There's no E. Index of returns its position, yeah. Returns -1 if the item is not found. So if it returns that position, how can I make it print that position out? Oh. One 0 2 3. So I L N E -1. So we know the 4 exist. Now how do we process this information? The one thing I'm thinking of is I could store the anything greater than 0, I could store it into an increment counter and then compare the counter. So let's say it's 4 to the length of the item. So if 4 is equal to 4, that means it's found all of them. Fix my loop length. Compare it to array 1 now maybe, or just array. If I do it to array.length, we only get 2. What's wrong with my loop length? It's gonna use the largest one to loop. The -1 is there because it doesn't find the A in line. That's why. So what's wrong with the loop length? You want to look into array 1. What am I currently looking at? Array 2, index of array 1. No, but I'm supposed to look into array 2 to see if those characters are in array 1. What do you mean? For example here, this is array 2. If y isn't in array 1, it should return false. How did I not understand it correctly? This should return false because y is not in here. The argument should return false because the string hello does not contain a y. So how did I understand it incorrectly? You currently, if every character of array 1 is in array 2. But I'm taking array 2, the index, as in this case hey, and I'm checking the index of in array 1. Isn't that correct? Because look, the output is correct. 1 is because at index 1, I, that's where the I is from alien. At index 0, we find the L. I don't know, it seems correct to me. At found line, I couldn't find A because it doesn't exist. At index 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, we found E. We got 4 values out of it. That means it's found 4 at found line. So if I had to pass through hey, we should only get 2. There, 1 and 2. So here's what I'm going to do. But the task is to look if line exists in alien. Yeah. Well, either way, it wouldn't really matter, would it? Because it would only find what it needs to find, which is line. It will fail on the A. Let me just check something quickly. Why are you not a... Why is that failing? Why am I not able to increment found characters? Do I have to go plus equal to 1? Yeah, I know what you mean, Christopher. I just want to do this different approach. What is outside the function? The function is so freaking long. Oh, I see what you mean. I'm outside the function. That's what you were referring to. Got you. Just gonna lose my mind there for a bit. Yeah, I see what you mean, Christopher. So I need to switch. Case sensitive. Can I just do this as a quick and easy way? Now pass them all except for army and 4. Let's see why this one's failing. Do you guys see what I did? Let me see why it failed now, because I don't understand why it failed. So I'm probably going to need to console.log this so that I can see what's going on. So 0, we found floor. Sorry, the F. At 1 we found the O, at 1 we found the O. Oh, it's matching for each one. And if I switch these from array 1 to array 2, that's all. Okay, so I had to just switch them around. I made a test case exactly for your solution. Right? Now why doesn't alien and line work anymore? Now that we've flipped them, what happened with alien and line? So we found it at 1, the I. At 0 we found the L. At 2 we found the N. And 3 we found the E. That worked. I'm confused. That's 4. I'm confused now. Why? That's 4. Console.log found characters 5. 0, 1, 2, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. How did you get 5? If it's not equal to -1, found characters ++. How the hell? There's 0 there. If array1.index of array1 2. Oh ho ho. Nailed it! They couldn't break me. Can I get a round of applause, please? Come on. I deserve that one. I deserve it. Look at this code! Look at it! Look how much! I'm dying inside a little bit. I'm cringing. You get a golf clap. Is that like the super loud, like... It's beautiful, right? Let's fix it up now. But at least you can see the method to my troubleshooting, right? So let's remove everything we don't need. The initial part was I was going to do includes array1. That was working for some cases, but it had to be exact. Do we need array1 and array2? Yes. So this is the one where we're looping. And we're setting the character length to array I.length. And then while the character length is true, we subtract from the character length and we check if array I is equal to array O. As in, is array I array 0? Then we're gonna push, so that means if the first array that we passed in the argument, we're gonna push that to array 1, every single character. So we're gonna set it all to lowercase, we're gonna get the character at the character length. And obviously character length decrements each time by 1 while we're in the loop. Else, array2.push. So that's how we split the two arguments into their own separate arrays. That worked. And then the loop length we set to 0. Reason being is we needed to know the length of the loop that we're going to be using. Because obviously if you have, let's say the two lengths, array 1 is 3 and array 2 is 7. If you looped 3 times, you wouldn't be able to loop through everything that's in array 2, which is 7. And they didn't specify which order is going to be larger. Because in some cases 1 is larger, in some cases the other is larger. Well, not in the example, it's the exact same, you see. But what if they did? What if you switched the orders? What if 1 was larger? So in this case, we just checked. If array1.length is greater than array 2, the loop length is going to be array 1, because array 1 has the largest loop length. Else, the loop length is obviously going to be array 2, because what else can it be? And then the found characters, that is our little tracker, which basically checks for... I guess we can break this up. How would you guys write this code? Because then this let can be part of the next check, because that's like there, and then this let is here, And so long as the loop length is less, we're checking the array. Array1 dot index of array2, does it contain that character, that index, and return that index value. And if the index value returned is not -1, as in it was found, so if it's -1, it means it can't return an index because the index doesn't exist in that array. That character doesn't exist. So if it's not -1, we can increment our found characters by 1. And then finally what we're doing at the end is we're checking if the found characters are equal to the array2.length, array2 being the thing that they want us to find. In this case, hey. Hey's got a length of 3. And found characters would be 3 if it found all of hey. So if we're going 3 equal to 3, as in hey, all of hey was found in hello, then we can return true, else we return false. Wow. That was crazy. 70% of your code is unnecessary, but I love unnecessary code! It just does it for... I need to save this. I'm sorry, this is the masterpiece. Just so I can look back probably a month from now and be like, what the fuck was I doing? The longest solution to a problem. Loving unnecessary code. Progress, then versus now. Save. I will look back on it one day and be like, I could have done it. Remember guys, you know solutions because you have an idea of what works. I don't have that understanding yet. You got to keep that in mind. So with that being said, I'm going to come up with a solution to the best of my abilities. And this is the best of my abilities. If I took more time, I probably could refactor it. But I mean, I always try to go for the solution at all costs. And thereon, you know, I'll try and make it better. But 30 to 35 is completely unnecessary. 30 to 35, okay. But where would you substitute then? How would you know based on my code? We're incrementing found characters. That's how we know if every character was found. Let's put it this way, at least it's a different approach that no one probably would have taken, so I'm like the first person to come up with this solution. You just return found characters. Oh, right, yes. You only need the loop in 23 to 27 with a tiny modification. Interesting. Yeah, I gotta remember that, Virani. Doing comparison checks in a return. I keep forgetting that one. It's a nice one-liner. Literally that. Yeah, that works. It's literally in the curriculum, I just passed it. If I don't use it, that's the thing. Now remember. Okay, the hardest one. And everyone's here, the whole gang is here. Koof, Christophorus, Virani. Please, let's not make another hour where an hour doesn't have to exist. Just the look of this scares me. I see numbers and it scares me. What do they want me to do? Let's spend half an hour reading the instructions so that we don't have to spend another half an hour. Write a function. Remember, you got to keep in mind, I'm reading for you guys. So I don't generally take in as much as I would if I'm not doing it on stream. That's why when I'm off stream and I go and I study and I come back and it's like you guys are like, whoa! How did you manage to do this? Because that's what I'm actually studying. So it's hard streaming, reading chat, and reading for you guys. Because obviously, have you ever tried reading out loud studying? Like, it doesn't go that well. And obviously you would reread things, whereas I don't tend to reread things. I like read it once, do the solution, and that's it. So it's a different take on studying, really. Write a function that splits an array, first argument, into groups, the length of size, second argument. Okay, so we need to take an array and split it based on the size that they pass in, and return them as two-dimensional arrays. Where's the 24-hour Regic stream? Is Code Wars for you very slow? Let's see. Set up Code Wars, by the way. I have a Code Wars. I'm 8th Q. I've got 4 honor. Do you challenge me, Christophorus? Okay, here's the plan, guys. You all need to join my clan. We're gonna start a clan. It's gonna be that one pepper guy. And I expect all of you in the clan. Apparently I'm already part of a clan because of my GitHub. But join it anyway. I think you guys need to join like the organization that I'm on GitHub. That's silly. The moment I linked my GitHub account, it set my organization to the clan. Let's try one of these. Oh god. Okay, maybe not now. We'll come back to it. When I feel a bit more confident. When I'm done with like these sections. Okay, how does Chunky Monkey work? So you want A, B, and C, and D. I'm assuming that's what you want. Okay, what methods do we know? What was your handle on Code Wars, Dead Mana? Four, really? Let's check. Yeah, I'm Dead Mana. Yeah, uses Dead Mana. Capital D. You gotta get that big D in there. Don't take the small d. It's a big D. If you stick the small d in, you get a 4 of 4, because that's how I roll. Stick that big D in. Just shows you that Code Wars doesn't handle sensitivity. They're not sensitive. They're super sensitive. So you have a big D then. Exactly. Virani's got it. My man. Cool. Anyway, enough with the big D talk. They care about the size of your D. I want to test something. Console.log array.push size. What the? Huh? Push. Where did you get... Huh? Oh, wait. Sorry. Array.slice. Size. C and D. Perfect. 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 Array. Array for today. You go to the edit page again? Okay, fine, let's go and do that. So demanding. Users edit. Okay. Clan. Ah, there we go. Ah. Can we be the Pepega overlords? You know what I wanted to be? Fucking my motto in coding. Against all odds. There we go. Update. Now we're talking. Because, you know, Pepega is a title. The clan leader is Pepega. You can't all be Pepega. There we go. Clan. Against all odds. Join my clan, guys. Let's do it. Let's become honorable together. Otherwise you would have to seppuku yourself, because you bring the great dishonor to our clan. I like how Christopher is like, I'm following you. Like, I see no followers. There's no one following me. You followed the small d. I joined. Great. Amazing. Okay. Array for today contains C and D. How does slice work again? One of them mutates, the other one doesn't. Does this mutate? As a new array object. Okay, there you go. Array for today. Array.splice 0 size. I think we broke something. I don't think splice works that way. Splice. Add remove items to from an array and returns the removed items. And what's the reference? Index 0, how many? 2. Why didn't that work? 0, 2. Okay. Can I do like push slice? Work! Just do what I tell you to do! Stop misbehaving. I want you to get the beginning value. Okay, hold on. Baby steps, guys. Splice 0 size. Cool, we got A and B. Console.log array. What is left of array? C and D. Okay. Let new array new array for today dot push new array. Oh god. What am I trying to do? I want to copy it into that array, but I can't push it, can I? Okay. We're gonna need a for loop. I break your hearts. I equal to 0, I less than array dot length, I plus plus. I love my for loops. Don't you guys get started on my for loops. So we're gonna have to take array for today. We're gonna have to then combine push. Then we're gonna use slice. We're gonna slice the first bit off. Then we need to hold on. We need to open brackets here for the slice. It's gonna be I. It's 0 indexed, so plus the size. And then uncomment all of this out because now I have no idea where the frick I am. What's the array for today, please? A, B, B, C, C, D, D. I'm going to murder you. I'm honestly going to murder you. Oh. You are supposed to be that. Because I didn't increment you with size plus 1, so every time that you loop, you're going to take yourself and you're going to add the size to it. That will prevent a duplication. What else am I missing now? Okay, that's a console issue, isn't it? Do I have two separate ones, but it's not showing me? Show me! Do I have two arrays or do I have one array? I have two arrays. A, B, C, and D. Hallelujah! And you guys have suddenly gone quiet. That does not bode well for me. What does it mean? Is this not a better solution than doing it that way? Are we happy now? Is it nice? Does it work? Have you all got caught up on Code Wars now? Are you guys all warring with each other? Is that what's going on right now? Wait, okay, so that works. Does it work though? Yes! Finally! Simple enough. Need to reach 4 cube by today? Why? Why do you need to? Is that a goal you set for yourself? We did it. We passed the section. We are done. Welcome to object-oriented programming. We made it to objects, and Virani is probably like trying to cruise through all the JavaScript stuff. Oh no, oop! Oop oop! This is gonna be fun. Honestly, it's gonna be better than arrays. Arrays are numbers. I'm bad with numbers. I'm better with objects. It's all data. Dog! Let dog! Dog! We got dog! Guys, we got dog! We freaking got dog! Create a basic JavaScript object. Think about things people see every day, like cars, shops, and birds. Well, I don't know about you, but I don't see those things. These are all objects, tangible things people can observe and interact with. Now, if you want to get run over by a car, sure. What are some qualities of these objects? A car has wheels. Shops sell items. Birds have wings. These qualities, or properties, define what makes up an object. Note that similar objects share the same properties, but may have different values for those properties. For example, all cars have wheels. Do tanks have wheels? Thought they have tracks. Well, they're not a car. But not all cars have the same number of wheels. Objects in JavaScript are used to model real-world objects, giving them properties and behavior, just like their real-world counterparts. Here's an example using these concepts to create a duck object. Let duck name Aflac, number of legs 2. Is this how God created us in the Matrix? He just went, let Christopher's name Christopher, number of legs 3. Chicken wings. Chicken wings. Where do you get chicken wings? Oh, I hate chicken wings. I hate every part of a chicken except for the breasts. Love breasts. Instant demonetization. Create a dog object with name and numLegs properties and set them to a string and a number respectively. So name Virani. Number of legs 3. Perfect. It was absolutely amazing. Use dot notation to access the properties of an object. Isn't this deja vu? Like, we've done this. This is the third time we're going to be doing this. We did some in ES6, we did some in the basics, and now we're doing it again. That's not a leg. The last challenge created an object with various properties. Now you'll see how to access the value of those properties. Here's an example. Console.log duck.name. Dot notation is used on the object name, duck, followed by the name of the property, name, to access the value of Aflac. So what do you want me to do? Print both properties of the dog object below to your console. I swear, if you fail me on this, I don't know what I'll do. Do not fail me. Just work. Okay, this is valid. Thank you. Thank you for getting it. For once that I can combine them into a single console log. They've advanced. Omnom leg. Yes, we're gonna eat the legs. Create a method on an object. I know about methods. I just get confused. There's two types. There's one where you say function and then give it a name with parentheses, and then you do one without the function. I think that's the ES6 thing. I don't know which they are. I get really confused by them. Okay, they're not using ES6 here. They're using standard, thank God. Finally, goddammit, I managed to remember my password for Code Wars. Why aren't you using a password manager? You could have just reset your password, you know. Save you some time. Methods are properties that are functions. This adds different behavior to an object. Here is the duck example with a method. Let duck name Aflac, number of legs 2. Say name, function, return, the name of this duck is, plus duck.name. Why could you do this .name? Example adds a say_name method, which is a function that returns a sentence giving the name of the duck. Notice that the method accesses the name property in the return statement using duck.name. The next challenge will cover another way to do this. That's probably what they're referring to. Using the dog object, give it a method called sayLegs. Where do you ever have dogs that tell you the amount of legs that they have? sayLegs function return the number of legs that this doggy has plus dog that num legs. For all you beautiful Swedish people in the chat. Did you enjoy that? Goof. Goof. Did you enjoy that, Goof? There. It's beautiful. Imagine a dog telling you that he has 2 legs, right? How trippy would that be? Dog, don't say legs. I can't hear you, dog. You're going to have to speak louder. I'm going to put you in my console. The number of legs that this doggy has is 4. We nailed it. Cool. I'm sorry, what did you say? Sorry, did you not get my Swedish English, Koof? Should return the given string. What given string? Oh. I can't say doggy. God. Fun. There you go. I'm going to take my javelin and brandish it like a true warrior. I don't think the real javelin would actually care, would he? 284 honor. You guys have way too much honor. Oh, is that me? I have 284 honor? Yeah, I'm honorable. Nah, I'm kidding. It's Christopher's. That's all he does every day. It's just codes. Oopsie. Okay, I just got a notification of public violence happening nearby. Exciting stuff. So if you know my stream gets interrupted and things start burning down, the lions have been set loose. Object-oriented programming in make code more reusable with the this keyword. The last challenge introduced a method to the duck object. It used duck.name.notation to access the value for the name property within the return statement. sayName function returned the name of this duck is plus duck.name. While this is a valid way to access the object's property, there is a pitfall here. If the variable name changes, any code referencing the original name would need to be updated as well. In a short object definition, it isn't a problem. But if an object has many references to its properties, there is a greater chance for error. A way to avoid these issues is with the this keyword. Hey, remember Verani, you were waiting for this. We're on this. You love this. Admit it. Proclaim your love for this. So now we can just say this.name. And this referring to duck. This is a deep topic. And the above example is only one way to use it. In the current context, this refers to the object that the method is associated with, duck. If the object name is changed to mallard, it is not necessary to find all the references to duck in the code. It makes the code reusable and easier to read. Modify the dog.saylegs method to remove any references to dog. Use the duck example for guidance. Right, so instead of dog, I must put in duck, right? Duck.numLegs. Is that it? So we got this, and there we go. Programming. Sorry. Define a constructor function. No, but I was so used to the beautiful way of classes. I'm so used to class, my class, and constructor. I don't want to do it this way anymore. I like the methods. Fine. Constructors are functions that create new objects. They define properties and behaviors that will belong to the new object. Think of them as a blueprint for the creation of new objects. Here is an example of a constructor. Function bird. This.name Albert. This.color blue. This.numLegs 2. This constructor defines a bird object with properties name, color, and numLegs set to Albert, blue, and 2 respectively. Constructors follow a few conventions. Constructors are defined with a capitalized name to distinguish them from other functions that are not constructors. Constructors use the keyword this to set properties of the object that they will create inside the constructor. This refers to the new object it will create. Oh, so it would be like bob.name, bob.color, bob.number of legs. Constructors might define properties and behaviors, instead of returning a value as other functions might. Create a constructor, dog, with properties name, color, and numLegs that are set to a string, and a number respectively. Okay, so function dog. This dot name. Oh, we gotta do assignment now. Who's next? We're gonna get the official coof. This dot color. You're gonna be black. And this dot numLegs 42. Are we good? We are good. Use a constructor to create objects. Here's the bird constructor from the previous challenge. Inside the constructor always refers to the object being created, right? Thanks, you're welcome. You never know when you can use those extra pairs. Let bluebird equal to new bird, but then the problem is every bird is gonna have those properties. Can you guys give me an idea of when you would use constructors in JavaScript? Like everything that I've learned right now is like web based, you know, like front end, back end stuff. When would you actually create, like in a game, this would be useful. I could just think of like enemies, like creating a variety of enemies, like this.hp, this.damage, this. You know what I mean? That would make sense in like a game setting. Where would these constructors come in handy for like web dev stuff? React, for instance. Okay. Anything else? Like what are some cool stuff you can do? I don't mean like in a platform. I mean just in general, like why would you use it? Because up until now there's not really been a use for it. Like in my project that I'm working on, there's no use for a constructor. Class components. So you mean stuff like if you had a plugin, let's say you're working with like WordPress plugins and like you need to do different things. But that's still like web dev stuff. So like games as well? Okay, fair enough. Notice that the new operator is used when calling a constructor. This tells JavaScript to create a new instance of bird called bluebird. Without the new operator, this inside the constructor would not point to the newly created object, giving unexpected results. Now bluebird has all the properties defined inside the bird constructor. Just like any other object, its properties can be accessed and modified. I can't wait to learn React then. Use the dog constructor from the last lesson to create a new instance of dog, assigning it to a variable hound. So we want to create let hound, was it lowercase, uppercase? Let hound equal to new dog. I think that's all we do. Yes. Extend constructors to receive arguments. I was waiting for that because right now you're having everything be the same. The bird and dog constructors from last challenge worked well. However, notice that all birds that are created with the bird constructor automatically named Albert are blue in color and have 2 legs. What if you want birds with different values for name and color? What about their legs? Shame. I had a bird once that only had 1 leg. It was really sad. Hopped around, but lived a really great life. It's possible to change the properties of each bird manually, but that would be a lot of work. Swan.name, Carlos, swan.color, white. Yeah, true. Suppose you are writing a program to keep track of hundreds or even thousands of different birds in an aviary. It would take a lot of time to create all the birds, then change the properties to different values for everyone. Oh, so you kind of keep like a library of things. I just get confused because for databases I always assumed you'd use PHP and SQL, right? That would just make sense. So like here you're creating almost like a database of things, but where would you store that database? You know what I mean? Because it's usually client side unless you use something like, how would you interface with the backend? You would use like PHP or like, there was Node, wasn't there? I think Node works in a way. Or does that still use PHP in the backend to connect to MySQL? Express and Mongoose. Okay. Node is Node. I always get confused with Node. I don't know why I think Node is backend. I need to look up on that. It was MongoDB. That was the database driver that connected JavaScript to a MySQL library, if I'm not mistaken. Or no, MongoDB is its own. I can't remember. Node.js is a runtime for JS. Okay. So why would you take this kind of information? Let's say from a client. A client puts that information in. How do you store their information? From client side to server side, what would you guys do? Well, in React you store a lot of info on the client side. Where? In local storage? Is that it? That local storage defined in the browser? Or what if they like clear their cache or something? Bye bye, use it there. No? Nope? Oh, okay, where? Where do you store it? Tell me now. Must know this. Component store. Okay, but that is part of the browser, right? If they had to clear their browser cache, it would wipe their data, right? Yep, but client and server exchange data. Okay, fair enough. Oh, so you temporarily store it on the client so that you can eventually sync it to the server, right? You probably have some like helper function do that in the background. You send data to store it on the server and you receive data to render it. You somehow need to model your database into your application. Okay, we'll get there eventually. I'm just asking out of curiosity. It's MVC pattern. Okay, let's move on. We want arguments now. To more easily create different bird objects, you can design your bird constructor to accept parameters. to bird name color, this.name is name, this.color is color, this.numberLegs 2. So when we call bird and the arguments, we will get those things. But what if we didn't define anything in those arguments? We'll probably get an error, won't we? Yeah, because there's no default value. Then pass in the values as arguments to define each unique bird in the bird constructor. Let Cardinal is new bird Bruce, and he's red. Don't mess with Bruce. This gives a new instance of bird with name and color properties set to Bruce and red respectively. The numberLegs property is still set to 2 because, yeah, we defined them explicitly. The Cardinal has these properties. Name Bruce, color red, numberLegs 2. The constructor is more flexible. It's now possible to define the properties for each bird at the time it is created, which is one way that JavaScript constructors are so useful. They group objects together based on shared characteristics and behavior and define a blueprint that automates their creation. Virani, there is a model database, there is view rendering and controller handling data. Okay, in React, I heard of that. And I've seen some screenshots. Crazy stuff, I can't wait to get there. Create another dog constructor. This time set it up to take the parameters name, name, and color, and have the property numberLegs fixed at 4. So this.name equal to name, this.color equal to color, and you want numLegs, right? numLegs equal to 4. What if it's a gimpy terrier and only has 3 legs? Shame. I think that's alright. Then we can go let terrier equal to new dog. Name. What name do you want it to have? Name Christophorus. And color purple. Beautiful. What? Oh, whoopsie. Forgot. I was thinking of something else. There you go. Beautiful. We've got a purple Christophorus with 4 legs. Ooh. Let's see how far we are, because I want to break this down and do the rest tomorrow, because I do want to work on my project a tiny bit. Where's a good break for us? Let's get to iterate over all properties, and then we can end off here. Verify an object's constructor with instance of. Anytime a constructor function creates a new object, that object is said to be an instance of its constructor. JavaScript gives a convenient way to verify this with instance of operator. Instance of allows you to compare an object to a constructor, returning true or false based on whether or not the object was created with the constructor. Here's an example. Let crow, new bird, Alexis black. Crow, instance of bird, true. If an object is created without using a constructor, instance of will verify that it's not an instance of that constructor. Canary, instance of bird, false. Create a new instance of the house constructor, calling it my house, and passing a number of bedrooms. Then use instance of to verify that it is an instance of house. So let my house equal to new house. It's going to have 8 bedrooms. And then we want to do my house instance of house. Beautiful. Understand own properties. In the following example, the bird constructor defines 2 properties, name and numLegs. This.name is name, this.numLegs 2. Let duck, new bird Donald, let canary, new bird Tweety. Name and numLegs are called own properties because they are defined directly on the instance object. Okay. That means that duck and canary each has its own separate copy of these properties. Right, I follow. In fact, every instance of bird will have its own copy of these properties. The following code adds all of the own properties of duck to the array own props. For let property in duck. If duck.has own property own props.push property. Console.log own props prints name numlegs. Add the own properties of canary to the array own props. For let property in bird if bird dot has own property own props dot push property. Is that what you want? Own propers. It's like poggers. Own propers. It's not bird. Oh, you want us to compare it to a canary. Oh, hold on. There you go. Mixed up that too. Use prototype properties to reduce duplicate code. Since numlegs will probably have the same value for all instances of birds, you essentially have a duplicated variable numlegs inside each bird instance. This may not be an issue when there are only 2 instances, but imagine if there are millions of instances. That would be a lot of duplicated variables. A better way is to use bird's prototype. The prototype is an object that is shared among all instances of birds. Here's how to add numlegs to the bird prototype. Bird.prototype.numlegs2. Now all instances of bird have the numlegs property. Why? Why is that different to just defining it? You've duplicated variable numlegs inside of each bird instance. Does that mean you can't change it? Since all instances automatically have properties on the prototype, think of a prototype as a recipe for creating objects. Note that the prototype for duck and canary is part of the bird constructor, as bird.prototype. Nearly every object in JavaScript has a prototype property which is part of the constructor function that created it. Add a numlegs property to the prototype of dog. So dog.prototype.numlegs. Can any of you explain this to me, why it's any different from just going this.numlegs equal to 4 versus going dog.prototype.numlegs equal to 4? In this way each one has a property, but won't numlegs still be a property of the beagle? So we got Snoopy and 4 number of legs, if we do it that way. And then if we add dog.prototype. Oh, so dog.prototype, it's not directly on there, the variable is not on there. Interesting. Console.log beagle.numlegs. That is so interesting. So it's not physically on the object, but somehow it's there because of the prototype. Huh. And what if I said beagle.numlegs equal to 8 or 9 rather? And then console.log beagle.numlegs. Interesting. So you can't see it, but you can change it. Oh wait, now you can when you define it. So the moment you define it, you will see it. Oh, interesting. But if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have numlex. Okay, answered my own question. Sweet. Cool, so we got to the point where I wanted to get, where we can end off for now. And we can do the rest of this tomorrow. That's really cool. Now let's try some Code Wars before I leave. I have no idea what to expect. Hey, look at my clan! My allies! Oh, my beautiful, beautiful allies. I just need Koof here, and then I'll be happy. Koof, where you at? Oh, I love this. This makes me so happy. We're part of a clan, guys. How amazing is this? You guys are awesome. What is this? This is our website to code and learn. You can check it out with me now. I've never been on here before. Created the thing, but I've not done anything. My honor just keeps going up. I don't have to do anything. Not sure if I'm signed up to that. Yeah, you'll probably have to sign up. Let's see how it works. Train. JavaScript. JavaScript. Rank up. I don't want to rank up. But why not? Train. Let's go. Train me! I'm ready! Welcome to the Kata Trainer. A few tips to get you started. Attempt. This button will submit your code against the full set of tests needed to complete the kata. Run sample tests. This button will submit the test shown within the samples test cases section. Most kata will have provided you some sample tests to get you going, while others will not, in which case some test documentation will be shown instead. If you care about using TDD, then the sample test section will be very useful for you. You are encouraged to write your own tests as you try to complete the kata, as you would if you were writing production code. Production quality code. Some code warriors like to write code golfed or creative clever solutions, but most try to write production quality code. After you have completed all of the test cases by the attempt button, you'll be given an opportunity to clean up your code so that it is code review ready. You got that? Instructions. Some numbers have funny properties. For example, 89, 8 to the power of 1 plus 9 to the power of 2 equal to 89 times 1. Okay, you lost me already. Given a positive integer n, written as ABCD, being digits and a positive integer p, in other words, if there's an integer k, such as a to the power of p plus b to the power of p plus 1 plus c to the power of p plus 2 plus d to the power of p plus 3 plus and so forth equal to n times k. If it is the case, we will return k. If not, return -1. Note, n and p will always be given as strictly positive integers. How do you apply to the guild? Just change your clan name in your profile. You'll see their clan name. Just put in against all odds and you'll be with us. Why is Virani not following me? I'm going to I'm somehow following you, Christopher. I didn't even choose to follow you. I'm just somehow following you. How does that work? I wanted to follow you, but I'm apparently already following you. We are allies now. You're following me, Virani? Doesn't show me. You auto follow all clan members. Ah, so then why is Virani not following me? Maybe it's like lagging behind or something. The website's confusing, right? Why does it have to be mathematics? I suck at maths. So what do you want me to do? Can someone explain this to me? We want to find a positive integer k. If it exists, such as... Can I just do n and p? But here... Is that n? That is n and that's p. Why are they going 4 to the power of 3 plus 6 to the power of 4? There's only two arguments, n and p. Why is it continuing? What was I supposed to put in the clan tag? Against all odds. Like this. There. Title case. I have 2 allies now apparently. I don't know what happened. Maybe Virani finally clicked. What the fuck is going on here? Go to lower queue. No, I refuse. I will not. Please, just help me understand. Why is there no space here? What code is this? Put a space there. Gross. Tab spacing. So what do you want me to do? N to the power of P equal to K. Let's see what that does. It's so small. No, I'm not done! God damn it! K. Let K equal to -1. What now? Oh god. Invalid left hand side in assignment. What? What? What's an invalid? Oh, is that not how you do it to the power of? Make a 7 or 8 Q. 7 or 8 or we riot. No! We need to do this, guys. Come on. Come on. We can do it. We can do it, guys. You not even understand the tasks. Listen here. You. No. Not gonna go lower. They're just jealous of me. Coof. We're gonna figure it out, don't worry. So we need... Okay, let's start with a value of 0, right? What is n gonna be? What is n? I need to get each of these digits based on these instructions, 8 and 9. So how do we do that? The easiest way to do that is get it to a string, right? So let's get a num array equal to n to string. Then we need to split it. I remember this. Where's my code wars? Where's my code wars? There it is. For every, there we go. At this map. What did you guys call it before? Like L, right? Let's call it L. Create an arrow function. Because we got a string, we need to get it. So this pass int the string, okay. Pass integer the string. Oh, we need base 10, right? Or... so L becomes 10. I wish it would show me where the brackets are. I'm so used to that. I don't even have brackets. Bracket, bracket. 1, 2, I think that's it. Can I console.log? Number array, please. And let's remove that for now. Run sample test. Do not scream at me. 89, 92, 462. Okay, but they're an array now. Can I see it in my console? Doesn't work like that, does it? Don't tell me what you expected. I need a code pen for this. Tell me what the value is. Nothing? Why? Oh. What values did they use? 89 and 1. Array, there we go. 89. Cool. So that works now. That's step 1. Now what the fuck? Gonna need a for loop. Let me just make sure I get this correct. So given a positive integer n, returns ABC to ABC being digits and a positive integer of p, we want to find a positive integer k if it exists, such as a sum of the digits of n taken to the successive powers of p is equal to k times n. 8 to the power of 1 plus 9 to the power of 2 equal to 89 equal to 89 times 1, right. Okay. I'm gonna need a new something to house it in the loop now. Can we do num is 0? What are we gonna loop? I equal to 0. Because P is a power, so it should be I less than P. I plus plus doesn't even do the auto closing of the brackets. Gotta do everything yourself. Take num equal to the power of array. What is this? Our number array at index I. Oh, my bad. That's probably why I wasn't doing it. Not a number. Why? Math.power number array I. What is that? Oh, it is working. Why is num not a number, but num array 0 is? Oh, we need another loop inside of that. Can you have multiple initialization in JavaScript? You'd like C to change every not declare at the start. Try I equal to 0, C equal to... You can have multiple initialization variables? No ways. That is so cool. Okay, hold on, because I need 2 to get into the array. What do we need to actually do here? Oh fuck, this has to be of the power. What's the input? N is the value, P is the power, and we're doing it by I. Oh, we didn't loop through it. Okay, I is equal to P, so in this case it'll be 1. Then we need to initialize a new variable. So what's after I? It's just J. So we just separate this by a comma, right? And then end it like we normally do. Okay. I equal to P, J equal to 0, comma. Then we can do I less than P. And then I plus plus, J plus plus. Right? Then math dot to the power of the number array. That should be j. And that should be I. Now what? Okay, 0, 0. Why the fuck's it 0 every time? At least we're not getting not a number anymore. Why are you 0? I is p, p is the power, j is at 0, I is less than p. What is I? I starts at 0, less than p, p is 1, I less than 0, yes. Oh, it's never gonna run past that again. That is what house. Okay, I got it. So then we can do p plus num array dot length. That shouldn't give us 0 anymore, because then it's going to increment with the loop. There we go. 89, 92. Yeah, to the power of, that's some freaking crazy ass number over there. Is there an integer k such as a to the power of p plus b to the power of p plus 1 plus c to the power of p plus, yeah, and so on and so forth, equal to n times k? If it is the case, we'll return k. If not, return minus 1. 695 times 2, which is 1930, and 2 times 2 equals, yeah, 46288. 6288 times 51, 23606. Okay, that makes sense. Should return 51. Yeah, okay, so the amount that it has multiplied by that should return that. So they want me to return, and if it is exactly -1, else 1. We need another array. Tests are going to time out? What do you mean tests are going to time out? Sum. We need to sum all of those. So we do like sum num. Then we can do just do wait, what is value? What did I define value for? There's no like highlighting either. Where did I use num again? Because I used num inside for the single value, but that's, we're not storing the total value. That's for each iteration it updates num. So I'm going to use value. So value plus equal to num console.log value 89. You can't solve it with for loop. Tests are going to time out. It's too inefficient. Well, you wanted to throw me in the deep end with this, okay? We need k now. They want k. So let k We take the total amount, so the value, divided by the power of k value plus k. Wait, you said I shouldn't do it this way, the plus thing, I should do the comma. I want to see the value afterwards. K value and some value value Hey, I got 1. That worked. That's as expected. Expected 1 for k. Some value 92. Okay. Oh. Where did I go wrong? So we need a return. So let's do a if k modulo 1 return k else they want us to return -1, right? Return -1. Passed 4, failed 28. Wait, it's supposed to be if not. What am I supposed to... What am I missing here? Is it something in my for loop? Let's just check. I is set to the power. J is set to 0. That's fine. And we got I less than to the power plus the num array dot length. That's not because it's not in brackets or anything, right? Because I'm doing maths. Is it because it's out of here each time? Is that the issue? Num? Math to the power of the number array J for each loop that I and then we add number to it. And k is supposed to be the value of the total, not the total, the total, divided by n. Help me, Christophorus! Please! I passed 9, failed 23. Why am I not getting... You wanted 6Q yourself? We're part of a clan, let's help each other, come on. You try as hard as you want, you never get it this way. Why have you done it? I'm on it. Okay, apparently it's because of the speed of the execution. Yeah, because of a timeout, yeah. Same as me. What's another way we can do it? We know... So the natural logarithm of a number. What if we use this with p? So what if I had... I'm having your problem, I need to read the instruction. So what if we do math log 10, was it? Log 10 with n plus p. What's another way? Instead of for, whiles are quicker. So let's rewrite this in a while loop. And we do while. Just want to make sure before I start that. That is what I think it is. Bow wow! You're gonna judge me so hard for this, aren't you? Reduce yourself. Powwow 2. 227. Oh. That's the number of digits I'm returning. 5. 3. Did I write? So if I do a while, pow greater than or equal to p. I'm so used to this thing opening and closing brackets for me. Can we use math.pow again, same as we did before? So we're just going to use value plus equal to math.pow. Oh, we can't use the array because that's what's slowing it down with 4 looping through it. So math.pow, how can we... Wait, log 10, modulo 10. Num modulo 10. Pow? But then we need to remove from pow, don't we? Because pow greater than equal to p, so pow minus minus. So every loop, add the amount of math.pow to a number of modulo 10 and the increment pow. I'm gonna have an infinite loop, aren't I? Jeez. Oh, my eyes are so itchy now. I've been staring at this thing so intently. So we got num. Let's set num to n. We got number array because we're not going to use the array. So then we still need to do the number is equal to math.floor num divided by 10. That should be correct. I'm numb outside. It's gonna be a Linkin Park song. Numb outside is 0. Yeah. And how about if you're numb inside? 8, 9, 4628, 462, 4640. Perfect. 11, 1. Perfect. 4628, 462, 464. Okay. So this is kind of like reduce, but I don't know how reduce works, so I'm doing it this way, Christopher's. We don't need this for loop anymore, do we? So how do we return? We need another if. If val modulo n again is exactly 0. Return val divided by n. Ray, FK and G, how's it going? So many new faces! It's exciting. Hey, not building anything. I've been challenged by my peers. They said, you need to try Code Wars. And then the first example that came up, I tried to do. And they're like, no, you need to lower your queue. And I'm like, no ways. I'm not lowering my queue. I'm gonna sit here and struggle all night if I have to, but I'm gonna solve this problem. And if it's not true, if we never get this, we need to return -1. Never mind, you're learning. Yeah, I'm learning. Blue Barn, hey! I can just imagine the cringe in chat right now. I wish I could hear them. Value is 0. We don't need the array anymore. We have num. Let's just make sure. So we set our value to 0. Our power is math to the power of floor, math log 10 n plus p. Then in our while loop, power greater than or equal to p, set the value plus equal to math.power num modulo 10. Keep reducing. Decrement power through each pass, and then num is also math.floor num divided by 10. So then if the value modulo n, the power that they pass in, is 0, return the value divided by n, otherwise return -1. What now? What the fuck? Yo! So much for reduce! Christopher's! Yo! Chris! Chris! I suck at maths. I fucking hate it. I need to go do maths. Does anyone know of like a site like Free Code Camp where I can do maths? Cause all I have is a basic high school understanding and I need to do like university level maths. Well, I still want to do my MSc one day. How long did that take? Is there like a timer on this? We're 3 hours 16 minutes into the stream. I started about like 2.5 hours in, didn't I? So 841 milliseconds. Just under a second. So that was way faster than if I did it with the for loop. That's interesting. I just want to see. Because if we did this again the same way, greater than or equal to p, you'd do power minus minus. Would I have to initialize p? Power? I can't remember which ones are required now. Because you've got the initialization, the condition, and the... What's the last one called? Basically what happens after each loop. Don't need that. Don't think that's going to give me the result that I want. Let's be cheeky. Put the entire expression in there. How you like that? That is correct, right? Oh, but because we're not going back on each one for the first one, that's why I had the for loop. Because you need to take the final. Now what would the reduce method be? Christopher's? Would you still convert it to an array? Would you still take P and split it like I did in the first one? You know what I just realized? I was splitting it. Oh my god, I had a space in there. I am such an idiot. That's probably why it didn't work the first time. That's legitimately why it probably didn't work, in all honesty. That was the only thing that was missing. Wow. I had a freaking space here. I had a... Wow. I always get confused with these. There you go! That worked! It worked! I had it right the first time! It worked! It was because of the freaking space that I had here! I get 9 out of 23 because I'm splitting like an idiot when there's no spaces between the numbers. Because 8 and 9 is 8 and 9. No, don't submit! No, don't submit! I'm not done! Everyone's gonna laugh at me! Run sample. Please tell me it's not... No! I'm gonna go delete my account now. Wow. No! How do I undo that? There must be a way to undo, right? Can I somehow go back? Oh my god, it didn't save anything. View solutions? How do I find my solution? There's a lot of solutions. Oh, that's cool. So when you figure it out, you could see split map reduce. That's probably the one that Christopher was talking about. Where's my one? Please tell me I can redo that, because that is awful. Solutions? There you go. Please delete it! Refactor, yes! Thank you! Oh, thank god there's a refactor. Okay, so which one do we go with now? I was still busy. So if we do the for loop, why is there only 3 tests now? That's weird. So 838 milliseconds, right? Versus 838 versus it's kind of the same, huh? So while versus for. I like my fors, but which one looks nicer? 2 lines of code. I'm gonna go with the while. Let's stick with while, even though that's cool when you're mapping it. No, you know what? We freaking struggled with the first one. We're going with the for loop. Screw it. We're going with the for loop all the way. Get that for in. We struggled hard. We deserve it. So we don't need that anymore. We don't need any of this. We don't need that. Let's just clean it up. We don't need that because we're not using that anymore. We're not using num. So we're using value. Num array. N to string split. Yeah, so we're good with that. For. Should this rather be sum instead of value? Does that make sense to have it sum instead? Because then sum, because val doesn't seem to make sense because that holds the total amount. So sum plus equal to num, sum divided by the power whatever they inputting. Can you guys refactor this any other way? Should we try use ternary? So how would you do this? Return k modulo 1 we just do k, otherwise -1, right? That should be all we need for ternary. See if that works. Yeah, there we go. So we refactor it. That looks way better than the janky if. Is there anything else we can do to clean this up? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It's better than what we had. There we go. We passed the full test suit. Everything is good. Correctamundo! You may take your time to refactor, comment your solution. Submit when ready. Comment? It was a nightmare. I don't want to comment it. Just submit final. At least people could see then the difference between the first and the second option. And look at the idiot who put a space in his string. I'm very satisfied with this kata. So 5 people did the same thing. So you could have done it in a single line. String split reduce. Wow. Return x modulo n. They kind of did what I did. Variation. What? This is crazy. 2 lines and that's it. It's done. Wow. That's mad. I want to aspire to be on that level one day. Character add. Huh. That's smart. What? Did this guy literally just give the answers that they expect in a test case? Is this what this guy did? Literally returning the answers that they expect. Yeah, that's clever. That's clever. I'll give you that. I gotta see the comments on this. Beautiful. Who needs math anyway, right? What did you think, Christopherus, of my solution? When you said reduce, you were probably thinking about these guys here. Yeah. Did you finish yours? You did it very similar, okay, to that one. That's cool. Sure. Is this an actual website? Or did this person... Oh, it is! Holy shit, it's an actual website. Is there any language that handles it properly? AutoHotkey does. This is not even a language. It's like I use that so many times to do automation on my machine. So Awk BC handles it. C doesn't. That's interesting. Cold Fusion. C++ doesn't. C# doesn't. That's great. D even like... Damn. Doesn't even round it up. It's like... Damn. Look at that. DC does, Delphi. Okay, Delphi does. This is very interesting. I heard of Go. That's Google's language, yeah? Groovy. Why is it all the like not serious programming languages that get it right? Java doesn't? But if it's a float, it does. Okay. That's weird, you have to specifically specify. K-Kona? Isn't that like a Twitch emote? Lua? Interesting. SQL does, thankfully. Wow. Okay, well that's me for now. I'm gonna start up another stream very shortly, like in maybe the next 10 or so minutes. I want to continue with my little project that I was working on, which is my little log formatter. I don't think you saw it, Christopher, did you? It's basically where you can enter information, click format, and you get a log output that you can copy and then paste it. I thought it'd be cool to use like bits of my skill that will save me time, and hopefully others as well that are doing it, provided it follows that format. Later on I want to add stuff like specify what kind of formatting you want to use. Like, do you want to have this bold? Do you want to have this italic? You know what I mean? So that's going to be part 2. Add preview option. Add ability to customize. Markup. Cool, I saw some people on GitHub that made like a whole CMS for this. Really? They made a CMS? What? Okay, I'm gonna just give up now. Really? That's crazy. Okay. Oh, well, at least I built it for my own knowledge then, I guess, right? I'm not the first to do it, not surprising. You know what's really cool? I just realized you can use the scroll wheel on your mouse to scroll and enter digits and stuff. That's cool. So yeah, when I'm back now, I'm gonna tackle this. So it's gonna be the second stream. So if you guys are into that and you want to share some feedback or help me along the way, I'd really appreciate that, because yeah, I'd love to improve on this and I'd love to make it as user-friendly as possible. The design's the last thing that I'm gonna work on, because obviously you pretty it up in the end. It should work first. Koof, you'll be here? Awesome. Nice. Yeah, so give me just 10 minutes. Let's say, yeah, in the next 10, max 15 minutes, my stream will be back up again, and I'll be tackling this. So yeah, thanks to everyone that came through, all the new faces. Really appreciate it, as always. Yeah, Code Wars was crazy. Wow. I'm gonna need a lot more practice, and avoid all the math stuff, specifically. Until I brush up on my maths. So yeah, normal stream regarding Free Code Camp and my learning. I'm gonna do again tomorrow, and in the next 10-15 minutes I'll be back with this log formatter project that I started on. I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now.